first video on my channel was me putting all the classic Barbie movies into a tier list. So I thought another fun idea would be putting all the classic Barbie love interests into a tier list. I'm only going to be doing the classic ones that I've seen. I haven't seen any of the newer ones. Maybe I'll get around to watching them and maybe I'll put them into a tier list, you guys, in sometime in the future. But as for now, we're sticking to the classics, we're sticking to the good ones. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off with the very first Barbie movie and the very first love interest, we have Prince Eric from Barbie and the Nutcracker. So Eric saved Clara at the start of the movie and he brought her along on his journey just so she can become normal again. Not, I was about to say human. She was always human. But they fell in love for real. They fell in love on the journey. That kind of stuff. Standard movie things. But he was always super sweet to her, and just the way he looks at her throughout the movie is just really cute, really endearing, and we love that. All guys should be looking at their crushes / girlfriends like that. It's just, if you don't, what is wrong with you? Anyways, so because of this, I'm going to be putting him in the A tier. Next up, we have Prince Stefan from Barbie as Rapunzel. He saves her life and is instantly smitten. He instantly supported her when she was trying to learn more about her family, her parents, her background, because she fucking knew none of it because she was locked in a tower her entire life. And he jumped to defend her from a dragon. He's a good man. So because of this, he's in the B tier overall. Next up, we have Daniel from Barbie and Swan Lake. He loved Odette despite her being half swan. Do you? He nearly died for her and he went to kill Rothbard with a sword. Dumbass, because he's fucking magic. After he tricked her, and he loves his mama, but not in the mama's boy kind of way, in the normal way. So he's gonna be in the A tier because he's just a good man. He's really sweet, he's caring, he loves her, and it's very clear. Next up, we have two from the same movie. We have Julian and King Dominic from Barbie, Princess and the Pauper. Probably one of my lesser favourite movies. That was not the right English, but we move. We're not going to talk about that. Starting off with Julian. Julian was always there for Annalise and he constantly supported her. They were best friends before they became an item, which is the best way to go about things. I know from experience. As for Dominic, he's artsy and he's a king. What's not to love? But they don't have... He's not really fleshed out as much, so not a lot to go on there. But I'm putting him in the C tier. I think Julian belongs in the C tier as well because, like, you know, I don't know. Some people might love him. I don't particularly love him, but he's still a really sweet guy and he'd do absolutely anything for Annalise. So, you know, it's not great, not terrible. C tier it is. Next we have Aiden from Barbie Magic of Pegasus. A lot of girls love Aiden, like he's their favourite. Don't blame them. He is a sarcastic king, an asshole to everyone but her. Swoon. But yeah, no, Aiden is great. He's so funny, he's so sarcastic, and despite being like, what the fuck is this bitch doing for the first half of this movie, it's great. He is just one of the better love interests in this list. So he will get the ranking of husband. Next we have Todd from the Barbie Diaries. Trash. Absolute trash. No more to say. As for the other guy, can't remember his name, the one that was in love with Barbie this whole time. Also trash. Kevin, that's him, Kevin. He's a creep. Also trash. We're done. We're done here. Next up we have Derek from Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. He was so in love with Genevieve the whole time. It's so cute how he admires her from afar and not in the creepy way. He literally gave up his horse and walked for like 24 hours straight for her just so he can give her back her late mother's goblet that was stolen. Like, hello, men, take notes. This is what women want. He's just super cute, and like just everything he does for her, it's just, oh, I'm crying on the inside. Help. He also gets the ranking of husband as well. Next up we have Antonio from Barbie as the Island Princess. He fell in love with her because they had a lot of things in common, which you know, valid, but fall in love that quickly? No. But still, like, this man was dead ass going to give up like his crown and his kingdom for this girl. Like, damn. Must really love her. He was down bad for this girl. Good for you, I guess. So all in all, I think he deserves to be in the B tier. Next up we have Prince Carlos and Barbie Mariposa. Once again, they fell in love because they had a lot of stuff in common, which is very fair because no one else in this kingdom reads apparently. A girl that can read. Wow! The thing is, he loved her intelligence and he loved her despite her social anxiety and her introvertness. Is that a word? I don't know. And she saved him like an absolute girl boss. So, you know. But Carlos as a person, I actually really liked him as a kid. He was probably one of my favourite love interests. So because of this, I think he deserves to be in the A tier. Next up we have my favourites. We have Ian and Jeremy from Barbie in the Diamond Castle. They are a bit sexist at the start, but they quickly get taken down a peg and they're constantly being shown up by the girls. Feminism. But they are absolutely smitten with them from the second that they lay eyes on them, and they're both so handsome. They try to save them, but instead they get out of the situations themselves because girl boss. And yeah, all in all, they try their best. They try their best to save the girls, but it just never works out for them because the girls just are just able to get out themselves. But what am I giving them? I think they deserve to be in the B tier. Next up we have Louis from Barbie and the Three Musketeers. He is genuinely misogynistic at the start, but she does end up coming around at the end, but I can't let that slide, and he's not even that pretty, so, you know, not great. Also, I'm so happy Corinne just decides to ride off into the sunset with the girlies, because as she should. Like, this man literally laughed at her when she told him that she wanted to be a musketeer. Like, that's not the vibe we're going for. If your man doesn't support your dreams, why are you with him? That is all I'm gonna say. But he is going to be in the E tier. He is not genuine trash like the other two, or he might be trash. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. He is trash. He is somewhere in the E tier and complete trash. I'm combining the tiers for this man. He is shocking. Next up, we have. Do you mind? Next up, we have Ken from Barbie in a Fashion Fairy Tale and Barbie in a Fairy Secret. Like, he's just a himbo in the best way possible. Like, in Fashion Fairy Tale, he literally flies to Paris for Barbie for a big romantic gesture, but everything goes wrong for him and we feel so bad for him this whole movie. Like, he just wants his girl back. Then in Fairy Secret, he's the ultimate himbo, but he tries his best. He literally got kidnapped by fairies. Like, what else can you do? But it's so clear that he loves Barbie in both of those movies, like, so much. And honestly, I think every man should be like Ken. Not hard. So ultimately, he gets the ranking of husband as well. Next, we have Prince Nicholas from Barbie Princess Charm School. We don't see much of him because he's not really an essential part of the story, but it's just really sweet how Blair like meets him like when they're practicing ballroom dancing and they kind of like get to know each other. Sorry, they have a connection and it's just really sweet. Like how it's a cute little crush and it's just really sweet, you know. So we don't see much of him, so I just think I'm going to shove him into the C tier because that seems fair. I thought I wouldn't include Prince Nalu But since he is kind of a love interest, I feel like it's only fair that I do, so I don't get shot. But whatever, here we go, I'm including him anyways. Nalu from the Fairytopia trilogy. He kind of got left in the dust after the first Fairytopia movie, and like even then he just showed Alina Mermaidia, which I guess for Alina is like, oh my god, wow, mermaids, this like mermaid world or whatever. But I don't know. And then like by the time the second movie, which is based around Mermaidia, like comes around, he gets kind of left in the dust because it's very clear that he is in love with Nori, so whatever. So I'm still counting him, but you know, not great, so I'm just going to place him in the D tier because there's nowhere else for him to go in my opinion. I feel like I'm going to get shot. There we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed my ranking of the love interests in the animated Barbie movies in the early 2000s. Who knows, maybe I'll get around to watching the newer ones and maybe I'll put them into a tier list for you guys if I have the time, because sweet Jesus, this is the first video of me watching all 22 took forever and it melted my brain. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here and you like my vibe, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell button to be notified when I decide to grace the internet with my presence again. Let me know in the comments if you have any favourite Barbie love interest, or what's your favourite Barbie movie. I'd love to know. I'm curious. I need to know your guys' taste and opinions. It's very important to me. I will see you guys in the next video really soon. Bye! At least my nose isn't as itchy this time. I stand corrected. Oh god.